Ryan Rankins is meeting Madeline for the first time. He just saved her life, and she's about to save his.
Our big mission is keeping soldiers safe and placing them with service dogs that help them with their everyday needs. We have one requirement: that dog comes out of a kill shelter.
Robert Misery is the founder of Guardians of Rescue. It's a nonprofit organization that pairs rescue dogs with vets in need of rescue themselves.
His one wish was a shepherd. She has a personality, she has a sense of humor, she has a great disposition, and I think she's going to be a perfect fit for Ryan.
Ryan is considered 100% disabled by PTSD as well as TBI, traumatic brain injury, from a bullet wound.
When we talk to family members 2-3 months into the adoption, and the wife tells us how he's back sleeping in the same room, he's able to get into a car, he's lifting his son or daughter up and taking him to the park. They obviously know it's a dog, but they don't know what the dog has done. They can't, it's something that sometimes you don't see.
Traumatic brain injury often goes hand in hand with post-traumatic stress disorder, which has been called the silent killer of these recent wars. The military has officially diagnosed roughly 78,000 cases of PTSD among Iraq and Afghanistan vets. But the Department of Veteran Affairs say the real number is closer to 800,000, and some experts say it's even higher than that. Unemployment rates for vets with PTSD are significantly higher than the general population, as are divorce rates and substance abuse, and so is suicide. It's estimated that more than 20 vets commit suicide every day. Now, clearly, existing medications and therapies are not working for many of those who are suffering, but groups like Guardians say they are seeing remarkable results. Ryan served tours in both Afghanistan and Iraq before he was discharged in 2008.
I never leave the house. If I do have to leave the house to go to an appointment at the VA, I'll go to my appointment and then come straight home.
We're learning that the veterans who suffer from PTSD have very little trust for many people. And when they return, there's actually a point that they don't even trust their own family. And so PTSD is a very complex disease. The one thing that we know for sure, they all trust the animal that we give them.
Studies have found that bonding with dogs has biological effects, including elevating levels of oxytocin. This is a hormone that improves the ability to trust, interpret facial expressions, and overcome paranoia. Exactly what's needed to counteract symptoms of PTSD. Traditionally, therapy dogs come from breeders and are trained for years. But Guardians of Rescue, which covers all the costs for the vets with private donations, has a different model.
That's not what we place. We place the best buddy in the world with you.
By rescuing dogs from war zones and kill shelters and placing them with vets, Guardians essentially saves 2 lives in the process.
Most of our veterans served their whole life serving other people. So it's important that they are part of the process and they have to help that animal just as much as that animal helps them.
Guardians volunteer trainers work with the dogs for a few months before being paired with their veteran. But when that handoff happens, the real training begins.
They call us and they say, hey, I'm going to take my dog to an agility class tomorrow and he's going to go and we're going to teach him how to do this. And now his tone of voice changed. We just recently had someone who would refuse to get into a car. And he went out, he bought a car, and he went for 5 different places. He wanted to see what the dog wanted, what kind of car the dog would be comfortable in.
Misery says once the bond is created, both dog and human become inseparable.
And if they want to just go away for a day and just go to a park or go to a beach and just settle down and have no contact with anybody, the one thing they do want is they want the dog next to them. They want to wake up with that dog, they want to go to bed with that dog.
I want to be able to go out of the house and be a normal, active member of society.
After 6 years of struggling on his own, Ryan and his family are hoping that Madeline can give him back the life he used to have.
I only stayed in there for about 10 minutes, but I haven't been to Walmart in quite a long time.
With Everyday Health, I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Be well.